Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to A Reseller's Journey. Here is your host, ebayjoey.
Welcome to A Reseller's Journey Season 3. I am your host, ebayjoey. Today's guest is having success in the reselling game. He is reselling shoes to weights and anything in between, representing Chi-Town, aka the Windy City. He goes by the name DJ Danny Boy Romero, but his primos call him Jose. Welcome and thank you for being on the show.
Hey, what's happening, Joey?
Hey, man.
Pleasure
We're
to be on
finally
here.
here. We're
Yeah,
finally here, bro.
took a minute.
Nah, man. A lot of going back and forth, man. But you know what? You're out there hustling, so we have to make sure that the schedule works with the hustle, man.
That's right.
How you been doing out there?
Good. Just sleep, wake up early, keep going at it.
That's it, bro.
So,
Grind, man. I love it, man. Well, I think for the people that don't know anything about you, they're about to find out what kind of hustler you are, man. So let's get started. So how'd you come up with your name, DJ Danny Boy Romero?
well, my first name's Jose, middle name Daniel Romero. So
Yeah.
just threw it on there. My DJ name, whatever, and that's it.
So did you start out DJing first and then you transitioned to reselling?
Oh yeah. I started DJing like 2010 was my first official when I got paid to play music. So,
Yeah.
and then I've been reselling like 17 to 2017.
Okay.
So
So you started mixing first and then 7 years later you jumped into the reselling game.
yeah, I was always, having other jobs and DJing, and I wanted to find something that I could like have fun, making my money DJing, but
Yeah.
I needed that something else too as well.
Okay. So it was like so you always had like a 8 to 5 type of gig and then the DJ was the hustle and then
Yep.
now your main hustle is the reselling?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So do
And
you still
then
DJ on the side?
yeah, I do weddings, quinceañeras, you name it. I'll start doing divorces, everything. Everything that makes money. Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. So are you one of those DJs that, with the CDs, are you doing the vinyl or are you using the Serato? Uh,
But yeah, but Serato, the mix. I have a mix deck, Pioneer.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I used to do the CDs back in the day without a laptop, and when I started, it was because I did it just by myself. But I
Yeah.
didn't have a cousin or anything that did it, or I went at it solo. Just
Cool, man.
went for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so where you based out of?
About 30 minutes from Chicago.
Okay.
Uh, but I'm all over the place.
Okay. Uh,
From
ho-
from DeKalb to Schaumburg to Rockford to Oswego, Joliet, you name it.
So do you source all of Illinois or do you just
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or you
Right
go
now
to
I'm
other
doing
states?
I'm like right now with what I'm doing, what we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Uh, I, all day is I hit Wisconsin, but the majority, yeah, like a 30-mile radius. So I'm trying
Hmm.
to own the market and the what I'm doing right
Yeah.
now because it's
Yeah, and
hot. It's hot right now.
yeah, so we'll get into that, man. But
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
it's a straight up bolo, and then we'll
Hmm.
talk about like how you got started into that and what it turned into. So, were you born and raised in the Chicago area?
Yeah, Elk Grove Village.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been here and I'm still stuck here. So
Hey, man, that there's a statistic that says like most people never leave the city that they're raised in.
yeah, but a lot of people are leaving the Chicago area, man.
Where are they going?
San Diego, Houston, Texas, and
Hey, man,
uh,
that's where I'm at, San Diego.
yeah.
So are you doing this full time or part time?
Right now I'm full time going at it. My
Oh, so
last
you're
day,
yeah.
my last day that I had a job was October 30th. That I worked for somebody.
What?
So I've been. So that's yeah. I quit the day before Halloween.
And what made you want to do that?
Just a bunch of BS, at some places, and I knew I knew it was going hot, like with what I had, and then over here, I know like where you're at, like it's really expensive, the it's overpacked, and the like over here, I pay it's like nothing compared to like over there for and then the amount of space, the square footage and all that.
Yeah, man. Like I'm paying, like just my wife was talking to somebody else that they're renting their 1,800 square feet, and they want $2,600
Yeah,
for
that's
rent
mad.
for
That's
rent.
madness.
That's nuts, right? And I know people across the United States, and I don't know what it's like in your market,
Hmm.
but man, you can buy a house and pay a mortgage like $800.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And then
So
it depends to where you want to be. If you want to be
right.
next to where it's hot,
Yeah,
you're gonna pay up. But if you want more like country living,
yeah,
you get you could tell by the how much the storage units cost too and all that.
yeah. It's a big difference, man. You get a good discount just living in the country,
Yeah,
rather than city life.
yeah. But right now with what I'm doing, like the local, like
Yeah,
I'm strictly like the last 3 weeks. I'm selling on Go,
yeah.
but I haven't listed anything in over a month, and it's just strictly local for me right now. But I'm still just sending out packages that the shoes that sell. But
Yeah. What was your background, Danny, before you decided to go full time? What were you doing? What line of work?
oh man, I've had so many jobs. So that's the thing. I just I've had so many. I've worked at like retail stores kind of deal.
Yeah.
I've done Burlington Coat Factory. And that's when they had the shoe boxes. And it
Oh,
used to
what?
Burlington used to be like it used to be nicer than Marshalls. There was more designery, like a designer thing kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
That's when I was there, but this is 2005 probably.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I've worked at Walmart, UPS, so many. Allstate, when Hurricane Katrina hit,
Mm-hmm.
I was working for Allstate, the National Catastrophe Team.
Yeah.
So I was right out of high school. So I was putting in mad like crazy overtime. But
So
then
you just got tired of it all, just working for somebody.
yeah, and it was what I was doing was working. You know the numbers, and then I moved to an area where it's I didn't have to worry about like rent.
Yeah.
Because I could pay it off no problem. So
Yeah, man. I think definitely people that like there's every reseller is different, Danny, and we all have different. The cost of living is just different, and I think if some of your like if some areas like your rent or your mortgage is under 1,000, like I think you have a better chance of being successful in reselling and making it work and leveraging it.
yeah,
But for someone where the cost of living, I mean $2,600, I mean, how much do you have to sell just to hit that? But you can be in a different market, and 2,600 is paying for your mortgage, your electricity, your gas, your water, it's paying food, maybe paying a car note. So it's definitely it's just different. Everybody has different circumstances, but I'm glad that you're making it work though, bro.
yeah.
So what platforms are you selling on? You mentioned Goat. What else are you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, I used to when I started like in 17, it
Hmm.
was strictly local. Like Opera Up and some Facebook Marketplace. The
Yeah.
Let Go and what other apps there were. So I was going like 100% just local. But then and I was doing pretty good. But then
Hmm.
I think that's when because I was working 40 hours, so I would like double dip at work.
Okay.
At work, people would go pick up shoes, and
Yeah.
I would be listing. So it was cool because I was working at this old people's place,
Yeah.
and I was a groundskeeper. So
Okay.
we had a golf cart, and we had the van. So I'd be like, "Yo, meet me at my job," and then I didn't have to like punch out, or I was free. I could just meet him at any time.
So you had people come into the senior living,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're selling. So is that what you first started selling, was shoes? You got right into it?
Yeah, it was like before 17, I was buying some Jordans. I think there were some like running shoes, the trainers.
Yeah.
And then I bought them at Finish Line. I want to say Finish Line online,
Yeah.
and then it was pick up the store. That way I don't have to pay for shipping. I would just pick it up at the store. And they were on clearance, so I went to pick them up, and they didn't have them anymore. They sent them out already. And then the chick who was working, she was like, "Yeah, they sent them out to Ross and Marshalls." And I never went to those stores like looking for shoes. I would randomly go to get a nice dress shirt or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started going because she gave me the hint, like go check them out over there. And then I went to Ross, and then they had some nice kicks, but like not in my size.
Right.
But they were still dope. And then I started picking them up and flipping them on OfferUp. And at first it was just selling those shoes. So my shoes would be free.
Mm-hmm.
If I sold $100 worth of shoes and I paid $100 for mine, it's like it evens out. So that I wasn't looking for like to make money off them that much, just so I could get mine for free. So
yeah.
But yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. You buy some shoes some Jordans that are like Jordan flights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not all Jordans are created equal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out even just with like colorways, and I was like, well, the colorway makes a difference. Is it a general release makes a difference? But it seems like the model makes a difference as well.
Yeah, and it's weird though, because sometimes shoes they drop in price.
Yeah.
Give it some time, and they go back up, and some stay down. They never go back up. But
some go to the Nike outlets, man, and they just become bricks. Is what people would call them. So what led you to transition to go? So you're doing the in-person, you're flipping, you're breaking even, you're buying yourself some kicks. What then transitioned you to take it to different platforms?
Well, I left my job. That's when I left my job in like 18, and then I pretty much went at it. And I'm like, I'm gonna go at it, just doing this. But I was just local. I didn't even have an eBay account. I didn't even have an eBay account, and that's when I made one. But then you could only have like $1,000 limit on PayPal or something like that. And then they hold your funds. So I'm blowing money like left and right, and I got money coming in, but it's on hold. So I'm like, oh man, I got to pay credit cards and all that.
Yeah.
But then I just like that sucked. So I had to like push the local sales again, and then it was just I wish I would have waited a little longer.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a learning process. I've been doing it over a year now, and I was talking to a reseller today, Danny, and we were just like going back and forth with, it's like, do you remember when you shipped your first item? How long? Yeah, like how long it took to even print a label, what size, and then now you
cut it and tape it.
Exactly, man. And now you look at yourself like, man, I'm a shipping guru. I'm a shipping god.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I sold something. Yeah. I sold something on a Facebook group.
Yeah.
And it was some like Jordans that came in a suitcase. Oh. It was like some Air Jordan ones, but they came in a nice suitcase. I kept the suitcase, and I didn't want the shoes because I traded them for like some running Pegasus shoes.
Yeah.
And then I sent them out to Houston, but I didn't know how shipping worked, and it was like pretty expensive because And I sent that one time. I sent a shirt, like an OG, like an Air Jordan ones, and it said something about the OGs.
Yeah.
And I sent that in a box. I sent a shirt in a box. Yeah, I'm making it look nice and everything. It was like $17 to ship. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could polybag,
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because I always talk to my wife, and the first pair of shoes that I sold on eBay were some Chucks, and I was all excited. I feel like, I'm making some money.
Did you have your
and then I got to ship them.
Boxes? Did you have the shipping boxes already?
No, I didn't. I didn't know anything about like shipping boxes. I didn't know anything about doing these Frankenstein boxes, the cutting them down.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was my wife had ordered some shoes on Amazon, and so they came in a poly bag. So it was a box and then a poly bag. I said, keep the poly bag. I go, I'm gonna sell some shoes. And so I ended up selling these Chucks. We reused the poly bag, thinking
Nice.
that we're gonna save money. And then it's like all the profit went into the shipping.
Yeah.
And then she had a conversation with me. I'll never forget it. She's like, you got to figure this out if you're going to be profitable. But like you said, in the beginning, we make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. So I would just, if you're starting out, just, talk to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Hustler Hacks, he's got his videos and all that. There's some other guy like Scarface or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Scarface in Texas, right?
Yeah, that dude, he's cool. Just watch their videos,
Exactly, man. They even put out like I don't know about Scarface, but I know Hustler Hacks has like a shipping one where they show you how to cut them down.
He's got a few like shows you kind of some tricks in here and there.
Absolutely.
And you could just go to YouTube and type it in, and you'll get something out of it.
Absolutely, like even poly bags to ship shirts, put in a clear plastic. So I think you're right, man. We have to learn from other people, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're gonna make mistakes regardless.
Absolutely, man. We all do it, right? Whether it's like operation.
You just gotta learn from them, though. If you keep making them, something's wrong.
Yeah, I think definitely learning is key. And like you said, man, some of them might be operational because not everybody that becomes a reseller has a background in logistics, packaging, photography. It's like you have to be a well-rounded person in this reselling game, man.
Yeah, because I take my pictures on my phone, and I don't delete them. Sometimes I don't delete them, or I go to my MacBook. It shows my pictures, and I see some from like 2018.
Ooh,
horrible, like horrible, like. You can't even like make out the shoes, like it's too dark, and it's like
yeah, man. You start to learn about you start to learn about lighting and positioning. During this time, because the COVID, I mean, they're starting to open up states, and people are starting to go back. But during this time, I really didn't do much sourcing, Danny.
Okay.
So I really focused on taking new pictures, like updating some of the pictures that I've had for so long. And it's weird, man. Not weird, but weird in a positive way.
Right.
You take these pictures, boom, it sells.
Yeah.
Like all this time I was taking bad angles.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing about Go. You don't have to take pictures. Once you've done it for a minute, you get the whatever the point level is or whatever.
Yeah.
You just add the quantities and the SKU number and you're set.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah, but with eBay you gotta take the pictures and that's what sells the shoe.
Yeah. Are you selling on Poshmart or
Mercari? I do eBay, Go. I like Goat a lot.
Yeah.
Posh, I do Posh.
Yeah.
But I the thing is that my inventory was like bad.
Yeah.
Because I would like after Christmas and all that, I would sell something on Goat, and sometimes I wouldn't delete it off of Posh or whatever, or vice versa. And I would sell something on Goat. I was like, cool, I just made this much money. And I'm like, I sold that on eBay already. It's like, come on. That pissed me off. So I deleted everything and started fresh.
Yeah. So do you have a system for that? Because I sell like on 4 or 5 different platforms.
Okay.
And I use an Excel sheet. And then the Excel sheet tells me, okay, it's on this platform, that platform. So I need to like cancel it. What do you do to cancel or to keep track?
First off, whenever I buy like shoes, Nike, Ross, whatever, say I get 20 pairs or whatever.
Yeah.
First, they go to Go because it's so fast.
Yeah.
And it's my favorite. So they go there first, like boom. And one day they're all there. And I put on I have them like I use like a little 4x6, like a card. And I put a like if I'm in them at $100, I'll put A, J, J on the side. That's A for 1, J for 00. So that way I know it's $100 that I'm in it. So if I sell them local, because I used to sell at flea markets and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I would like I would forget how much I was in them at. So that way it doesn't have 100. At least they don't, because they don't know. Oh, it says 100 right there. That's probably what he paid for them. At least when I put AJJ, I know in my head what it is, like, right away. And then if they offer me 150, I'm like, that's $50 profit. But if they offer me 120, and I'm like, how much did I pay for these shoes or whatever? But then I put like that's the first thing I do, AJJ, and then when I list them on GOAT, I put a G on the 4x6. I put a G for GOAT. That way I know they're already listed on GOAT.
Okay.
And then because some shoes you can't sell on GOAT, like some,
so they don't come up. Yeah.
So I'll put no G, not on GOAT.
Okay.
So if I sell it on Poshmark, I know they're not even listed on GOAT. And then E for eBay, and then P for Posh, and then I don't really sell local the shoes that much. Okay. I don't push it too much. I used to be 100% locally, but it just shipping them. It's just so much. You go to UPS or USPS, boom, you ship them, you're done. Right. But local game, you're meeting them halfway.
Yeah.
Meeting them at 5 p.m. They're like 20 minutes late. So time is money.
Hey, absolutely, man. Because it's like on to the next one. Like there could be multiple deals within a day, and sometimes you have to plan your route.
And before it was cool because I would meet people up, so I would do deliveries, and then I'd be like, "Oh, cool! I could hit up this Ross on the way and whatnot." But now it's just like, nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, how much do you charge extra for deliveries when you're selling face to face on the OfferUp or Facebook?
For the most part, I have them come to me.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say most of the time, but like with what I'm doing right now, which is something totally different.
Yeah.
I'm charging for delivery because it's convenient for me because I'm stopping by at some other stores and I'm selling one thing, the hot item that I got going on right now.
Yeah.
And I'm picking up two on my way there or whatever. And I charge them for delivery, $20, I'm not charging them a lot because I'm already making like pretty killer profit.
You're right.
So,
yeah, let's talk about that bolo, man. I know you've been doing a couple things. What are the two things that you've been focusing on during this coronavirus?
Yeah, well, kind of when this whole thing started, I was doing it was like my first day of CDL training.
Okay.
So everything's like schools just got shut down. And this was a Friday. And I went to the DMV and I got my permit, like my CDL, whatever, to be able to take the class. And then the first day, it was all good. And then after the class, I hit up Burlington and picked up some shoes or whatever. But then they send me an email saying, the DMVs are all closed, so everything's on hold. And then so that was that, and I forgot what the heck we were talking about.
The bolos, man. So you were sourcing the Burlingtons, and then
so
started
I was
switching
up
focus.
Burlington.
Yeah.
And then I hit up my boy. My boy called me. He's like, "Yeah, he works at the mall, Woodfield Mall." Yeah. And he hits me up, and he's like, "Man," he's like, "They sent us all home." He's like, "At least for the whole month, because nobody knew what was going down." And then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm over here at Burlington, whatever." And then we were just talking, whatever. And I'm like, he's like, "What are you gonna do?" He was telling me. Yeah. I'm like, you gotta, find the best and the worst, of what's going on right now. At least, think what's gonna be hot. And I wasn't really hitting up any stores, Walmart or anything, because I saw that weights were moving. I had some dumbbells, some 35-pound dumbbells, and locally I sold them at like $130 cash for some old used, dumbbells. So then that clicked in my head, and then my lady, she wanted to hit up Walmart, so I wasn't even pushing it, and she just randomly she wanted to go get groceries. And then I got lucky and found some Bowflex. Like everything's empty. You go to any Walmart, the whole weight section is empty. And now there's some more items. You can go, try to get a bike. There's nothing there. There's other items you got to think about. But the weights were like hot. and I was able to pick up those adjustable 5 through 52 pounds. They were like 150 cash each, and so I'm in them at like 165 out the door, with taxes. And I got two of them. And boom, went straight to the checkout. Took it to the car, and they were selling high on eBay for like 2 pairs. You could get like over a G. Like,
is that what you did with those right away?
Yeah. You know what? I listed 2 for like high 1,400, and then I listed a single one because I had 2. So I'm like, you know what? If they both sell, cool. But then I also was like, man, if somebody pays more for just one, so I sold one at $555.
Okay.
And then I sold one locally at $300. So I doubled my money there, and what else? And then I got lucky. I picked up these bulk weights. I picked up. I was in them at like 50 cents a pound.
Wow, that's really good.
Selling them all day for over $2, over $2 a pound.
$2 a pound, yeah.
For the used market, and they were flying. And then I got with that deal, I got a curling bar, like a straight bar, a tricep bar. So adjustable dumbbells with them, and I got that deal. And then actually what started it was I'm at my father-in-law's house right now.
Yeah.
Like he has like a bunch of houses and he rents them out. So I'm at one of his spots.
Yeah.
And then he's got a garage. And I saw all these weights, like just like a barbell, and like some 25 pounders and like 10 pounders, 20 pounders. And they're just there rusty. And I'm like, yo, you want me to sell them for you guys, And they're like, he told me, he's like, yeah, I was gonna sell them for like $20. So there's one guy a long time ago and he never picked them up.
Oh man.
I'm like, oh, this is gold right now, Yeah. And they sold like for good money.
Was that the one you posted on your IG with the workbench?
Oh no, that was afterwards. That was
that afterwards?
Deal.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that after that, the thing is that they're over there, it's more like country living.
Okay.
So it's not populated. So, and kind of where I'm at right now, I'm 30 minutes away from Chicago. I got all these suburbs, stuff flies. So it's the local game, and I'm buying stuff from over there and bringing it over here
to the city.
Yeah, to the more popular. And I'm right off the expressway, so I'm like, yo, I'm 5 minutes from the expressway, and I got people from Cicero and whatever. And now I'm doing a lot of deliveries. I'm going to Joliet, all over the place, and I got another deal from this lady. She was gonna retire. Like she's living with her husband, and they're gonna go into a retirement community, and she's trying to get rid of some stuff. And I bought it for like 150, 160. She had it listed, like over 350 pounds with a bunch of stuff, and it was posted like 16 hours ago. When I bought it. Yeah. So I'm like no way, this is still up. No one sniped it. Yeah. But I messaged her, and she's like, yeah, still available. And I'm like, would you take 140? Yeah. It's already a killer deal, And I'm just like, hey, you take 140? I'm like, I'm an hour away, And she's like, yeah, cool. I was about to go to sleep that day. It was like 6 p.m. And I was already, I've been up I didn't even sleep that night because I was doing some other stuff. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta go. Yeah. And it just kept, it was like a snowball effect, The weight just kept getting, the money coming in. It just kept, making it bigger.
Yeah. What's the weight market look like right now? Because at one point it looks like you're getting up to like 350, 370 a pound, like the resale value. Yeah, what's the market look like right now for people that might want to get in?
I've started to see them kind of drop a little because I think people might be a little on the scared side of being stuck with them or something. But they're still just today I sold I got it written down here. See. I had a 7-foot bar sell for $240. The 45-pound, the big 7-foot bar. I sold it for $240.
The bench press?
Yeah, I sold it locally, $240. I picked it up just like 2 days ago. and I made 150 out of it. So I got another,
Nice.
and I got another one ready to go.
So at what point do you feel like you're going to try to time the market to not get as much invested with the weights?
I was already kind of like I hit three big bulk buys.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a dude who had a gym, and he had to close it down. He's like, so he couldn't afford to pay the place anymore. So he sold his weights, and that's where I show up, by the bulk deal. But yeah, I mean, and then you get kind of scared because you're like, man, some of these you get so you have some rusted ass like, the weight plates.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, who's gonna after this is over? Who's gonna want him?
No
You might get stuck with them, and you just gotta push him. You just gotta push him, and you just kind of feel it out.
I was gonna say you're really pushing weight.
Yeah, pushing weight. Yeah, Ice Cube. No, but yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a moment when it starts, falling down because right now it's like up here, but you got to know that it's not gonna last forever, and you're gonna get stuck with those, if you're definitely. If you don't time it right. You use, you gotta what do you say? Calculated risk.
Yeah,
you gotta,
for sure. Got to get in and out, man.
Right now,
in and out.
If there's still I'm still picking up dumbbells all day. I'm hitting up Walmart's left and right.
Yeah.
And the hot item that I got going on right now, if that's not there, for sure I check out the weights, and I'm going to the boonies. I walk into some Walmarts that are like empty. I was at this place and it said the population was like 1,500 for the
what?
Yeah,
that's nothing.
And there I am picking up like 10 pairs of the 10-pound weights.
Yeah,
they're $10 each. I'm just doubling my money. I'm in them at 20, selling them at 50, 45, 40. At 40 is firm. No less than that. And this is just locally.
Yeah, there was a reseller. He recently took a trip like across the U.S.
Nice.
And he was telling me like the Walmarts and Targets that are just out in the boonies, just really far away from big metropolitan cities, they had a lot of items that are resellable. Mm-hmm. And it seems like, the high populated cities, it's hard, man, because everybody's grinding.
Yeah.
Exactly. So sometimes you have to be smart. I always talk about you got to pivot and move here, but it seems like you very capitalize on that situation. Yeah, so how's the other bolo doing for you? The pools, man.
Yeah, it's so hot because I was able to I hit you up. Remember, I hit you up some weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I showed you a picture. I'm like, man, you think I should do it? Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. It was it was a big pool though, man.
Oh yeah, it was a big boy. It was it's almost like 200 pounds. Yeah, like 150 to 200 pounds. But I was like, you know what? I can't lose.
Right.
I'm paying credit. I'm not paying cash. I'm using my credit card. I'm in it at like 300, but that one, 250 out the door.
Yeah, it was big. Yeah.
In worst case scenario, 2 weeks I don't sell it. You could always return it.
Right.
But I don't like returning stuff. But worst case scenario, you could go ahead and do it. But I took my chance. I was like, I was at the store for like 20 minutes, like looking up
contemplating, right?
Looking up the eBay sales. Yeah. Okay. And then I look up my local sales. I'm on OfferUp. Okay. I type in pool, how many feet, whatever makes, the one that I'm getting. And I see nobody in the area. In like a 30-mile radius, nobody's selling it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then I see one guy for like an hour away. He has one like listed at high. And they're selling on eBay high, but no way am I going to ship those,
Yeah, that's a problem.
And eBay, I'm at war with eBay sometimes, because returns, and I don't want to have somebody like, hey, there was a hole in this pool and give me my money back,
Right.
But yeah, the local game it's crazy right now. That's all I've been doing for like the last 3 weeks. Like today, woke up at 6 a.m. because my Walmart's, I don't know about yours. Ours open at 7 a.m. over here.
I think we're a little bit later.
Oh, okay. So we're 7 a.m. pretty much all over the place. But
Yeah.
So I'm up at 6. Actually, there's another store like a Menards.
Yeah, Menards.
They open at 6, so they open an hour earlier, but they get less product. Like I've gotten one, but it wasn't even the big one. And the good thing is that they got a 11% rebate.
Oh,
So
nice.
Yeah, on Menards. But so yeah, if you spend $1,000, you're getting $111 back. But yeah, I've just been the one that I showed you. It sold the next day. I
remember that.
I had someone from Chicago, so I was testing the water. I was feeling it out. I said, if it goes good, I'll get another one.
Right.
And that night, I listed it. An hour later, hey, I'll give you. It was 120 profit. So you go work at Walmart. You're not gonna make $120 in one day. And it was a no-brainer. So I was like, yeah, come take it away. He paid for it, and I left it. I didn't mark it as sold or anything. I left it, and somebody else hit me up in the morning. Hey, I'll give you this much. I'm like 20 minutes away. So I'm like, cool. And I was already looking for weights. So I knew I was taking pictures, and I knew what stores had what for the pools.
Okay.
And then so the dude hit me up that he wanted the same one. I'm like, cool, yeah. And then I went to the bank. I went to the bank first, and then I went to pick up the pool, and I met him 10 minutes away from I met him at a high school, and
Nice.
it's just like I'm just like, damn, And then people are like, dude, don't people know that why don't they just go there and get it themselves? Because they don't know,
right?
They don't know about it. It's like because I checked Walmart.com, and they don't even have them at the online. They're sold. They don't even have that they're sold out. They just don't even display it. They have some there like 1,500 and up. So these are it's what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, just pools,
flipping pools.
So now I'm like that dude from King of the Hill who sells propane and propane accessories. I sell pools and pools accessories.
hey, but you know what, man? You're adapting to the times. And I was talking to another reseller, and he was like, he's always chasing the trend, and that's his reselling, business model. But it works for him. Yeah, it's like it's chalk one week, then it goes to weights another, and then you just kind of keep it going.
I was always kind of scared of the trend because it's hot for a minute. And once you know the trend, everybody knows it, So if you're not like first, you're last kind of deal, So once it's hot and everybody knows about it, it's kind of over sometimes, Right. So and then you're stuck with it, like the fingerlings, Some people, because I listen to that Pure Hustle podcast.
Yeah.
And I guess one of the guys he bought the fingerlings, and then he got stuck with them or something. And
he's
then,
sitting on it.
Yeah, but I mean, he took the risk, and sometimes it pays off and it backfires sometimes, but you still, as long as you win more than you lose, you'll be all right.
Yeah, man. I think, in everything, like we talked earlier in the show, you're going to make mistakes, and there's people that, you buy it, the price looks good, the reselling value, and then next thing you know, it just goes down and it stays down. Or maybe it's like a seasonal item, but that's what you and I were talking about, just like calculated risk, when to enter the market and then when to leave the market.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can do your research, and sometimes you just got to trust your gut, really.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So I was going to ask you, what was your business model, Danny, for the stuff that you were flipping? Like what's going through your mind as far as how to make money with the weights and then the pools?
Oh, I was just trying to be like cash heavy, pretty much,
Okay.
Like with the weights, just get in, get as much as I can out. Because people are hurting right now. The summer people aren't making nothing.
Right.
But right now it's like I'm blessed, man. You saw the numbers that I've been talking to you about.
Yeah.
I told you my goal was hit 1,000. I had to hit 1,000 in one day, and it happened today.
Yeah, congratulations, man. I'm actually gonna talk about it during the next show because we were talking and you were like, man, like pit me down, bro. Like 1K. I'm trying to make
Remember?
1K. And one day I remember
One day.
and in one day. And I was like, I got you, man. I'm pitting you down. And then so now it's like you set a goal. It probably took you a week. You got it, but your goal turned into a milestone
Yeah.
where,
Yeah.
some people don't even sell 1K in profit a month, some resellers.
Right.
And even for a living, man, some people, I mean, if you're making 1K a day, you're talking
Hey,
lawyers, doctors.
if I could just keep this up for 100 more days, I'm
Hey man,
straight.
keep it going. So
That's what I'm
what
doing.
was the so what are you doing with the shoes then? Like, because is the shoes like your bread and butter? Is that like the main thing that you focus on for reselling?
It's one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty big on shoes. Just go to Nike, but I like to buy 40 pairs of one model.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody wants to get the high end soccer cleats. Those
Yeah.
are just the best. So I've gotten lucky. I bought 40 pairs of the Nike Mahista, the 300, the ones that retail at 300.
Yeah.
And then I sold those. Like the cheapest one that I sold was at like 130 to anywhere to 180, and this was like a while ago. But yeah, those are like that's what I like, and that's what you just got to be cash heavy though,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once the opportunity like is there, and if you only got like $500, what are you gonna do? Buy 5 pairs? You want
Yeah.
to buy them out, and then
Yeah. That's
what
one thing
sucks?
I realized during this time.
Yeah, what sucks is when they have like some Jordans, because I remember I bought the Jordan. I think they're the 10s. I'm not that hot on knowing the names of them all, but they were the 10s,
Mhm.
and then they were selling for like, I think you were getting them at 120 out the door, and they were selling on Gold for over $200.
Wow.
So there I am like, I talked to the dude, one of the Nike employees. I'm like, hey, what's the limit? He told me 10. So I'm like, straight, I'm gonna get all size 12. And
Oh,
because that was the best payout on Gold.
yeah.
And then I see a kid, looking at them, and I just start grabbing the size 12s, and then he starts doing the same thing, grabbing a bunch of shoes.
Yeah.
But then there's a manager that comes by, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing what are you guys gonna do with all the shoes or something?" And then the kid, he's like, "I'm gonna resell them." I'm like, "Nah."
Oh.
And then the manager, she's like, "Well, there's a limit of 2." I'm like,
For you too?
Right, yeah, for everybody. And I was like, oh man, I was about to, spend 2 G's like nothing,
Right. Right.
And yeah, but what happened is, I'm right there. In what I did is I grabbed what's it? I think I grabbed 3 pairs because he said limit 2. I'm just gonna grab 3, and I took it to the register, and they were like, oh, that's cool. We'll ring you out. So I took them to my car, and I go back inside the Nike store, and I asked and there wasn't that many people, but I asked this one Mexican dude that was with his chick. I'm like, yo, can you do me a solid? And he's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, hey, I already bought these shoes, and there's a limit, but I'm like, here's my card, you just pay for them. He's like, yeah, he was cool about it. And then I did that. I took 2 to my car, and I did the same thing. But yeah, well, there's
How
one
many
dude
did you end up getting? How many did you end up getting?
eight pairs. 8 pairs.
Okay.
The Nike. The funny part is the Nike employees were looking straight at me. And
Yeah.
they couldn't do anything about it. But
Yeah, I learned my lesson, man, when I did this cleat haul, and it was same thing, 2 per limit.
yeah,
And I didn't have any cash, man. And I'm a credit card guy. I just
yeah.
do a bunch of cards.
I rather spend my credit card, pay it off. Like that's what I'm doing with the pool game right now.
Yeah.
I'm going like straight credit card.
Double dipping, huh?
Yeah, I mean you're getting rewards for it,
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I pay it off and boom, because I don't like paying cash right now. Because that way, because the thing is that they're selling instantly. I buy something 2 days ago, it's already sold. Like it's crazy right now. Like
Are you taking Venmo? Do you take Venmo or PayPal?
Quick pay, quick pay, even PayPal. I took PayPal today from this one lady. So
but as friends though, right?
Yeah, because I don't want
family.
no fee. And yeah, and then she paid. The thing is that she paid up. I got them listed, say I got them listed at 500. That's what some people are paying. But right now, I'm kind of controlling the market because everybody has them listed at like 650. I got them listed at 590, and I'm the cheapest. I'm one of the. There's a couple people who are like, you just want to tank the market, but
right.
That shit, I'll buy them out if they only want $70 profit. When I'm making like over 200, I'll buy them out. I don't care, you know.
So you're buying the people that are lower than you.
That's what I was thinking about, but nah, I'm because I'm doing credit. I'm not having troubles because I'm going to like so many Walmarts, so many other stores, and
yeah.
But if it gets to that point, because right now it's hot. Right now everybody knows about it. It's like a known thing. Now you go to a store, you're gonna be lucky. And the thing is that yesterday I picked up two. And the thing is though they don't fit in a shopping cart. You need one of those flat carts, like an L cart.
Yeah.
And it's so like hot right now because yesterday I went to one Walmart and I saw a dude come out of the aisle where the pools were at, and it looked like he wanted to go like look for somebody to get a cart, but this was the 14-footer, so it's not like horrible because they got 16-footers and 18-footers, and those are those are big boys. And this one I told the dude, he was in the jewelry section, which is right across, and he was with his chick. And I'm like, hey, yo, man, can you give me a hand? Because the dude didn't have it in his cart, it's still there, so it's up for grabs. So we put it up in the cart, and it's mine, I took it straight to self checkout, and I'm out. So, dude was out of luck. But the thing is that it's hot right now. You can't even once you see the hot item, whether it's like pool or weights or if you're picking up whatever else is hot.
Yeah.
Right now, if you see it, you got to stay with it. And the time that it takes you to go tell an employee, hey, this and that, somebody else could grab it. And you're SOL. So, yeah.
What's like SOL?
Shit out of luck. And then, like yesterday I found two. And so I took it out because they have it on display, so I took it out, a little. Yeah. And I put one in front of the other. And I'm just hanging out. I told this one, that's the thing about, I've worked at Walmart, so I know how it kind of works. Yeah. And I told this one girl, I'm like, hey, can you, I need a cart. She's like, oh, you got to go to customer service, I'm like, nah, I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, great. I want you to go over there and do it for me. And what I did, and that time, I'm just chilling because I want to make sure nobody grabs them. And as I'm chilling, he's right there waiting for somebody to pass by that works there.
Yeah.
Some some kid, 23-year-old or whatever.
Yeah.
He's coming straight to where I'm at. And I have one pool already like on the floor, but the other one's still like, on display. And he's like going to go like straight for it, because I don't have it. I don't have it like it's not in my possession yet, It's not in my cart. So he was gonna scoop it, and I'm like, yo, these are taken already. I told him, and he tells me, he's like, you don't have it in your cart, I'm like, yeah. And I told him, I'm like, oh, they're on their way with, they're bringing me one right now. And then he's like, oh man, he just felt salty, and yeah, that's just the way it is. But if I would have left, he would have scooped it,
Both of them probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just hot. It's so hot right now. And then so what I did, and this is what anybody could do, So yeah. if you're in this situation, I called Walmart on my inside Walmart. I called that Walmart, Yeah. And I said, hey, I'm over here. Can you bring me I need an L cart? And then they page it over the intercom. But that's what I'm gonna do now from now on. If I need,
or you can always walk in the store, right, with an L cart.
If you find one, they're most of the time they have them in electronics. But the thing is that the pools or like other hot items, sometimes they're out front, by the seasonal, and they're and right now it's too hot.
Yeah.
So
while you're doing the right thing, man, you're definitely killing it and taking advantage.
And like yesterday, I delivered one like an hour away. Not even, but like 40 minutes away. And I don't mind driving. I got a minivan. And so I DJ, so I throw my sub in there, and that's why I got a minivan, you know. I used to drive a Camaro, you know, not no more. But yeah, I could fit like 5 to 6 pools inside the minivan, no problem. And I was on like yesterday, I was on my way to deliver one, and I spotted a Walmart. I'm like, I'll stop by. I picked up a pool. I sold the pool. I stopped by another Walmart. I picked up some more inventory, you know.
Wow.
And it's a plus. It's a plus because I'm charging for the delivery, and I'm picking up more product. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, you're definitely you're definitely killing it, man. I know when I was talking to you while you're in the store, I think it was like late. I'm like, man, this guy is just killing it. And then every time I hit you up, you're like, man, another pool sold, another pool sold.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, sometimes you have to be willing to do something that somebody else is not willing to do. You know, like for me on OfferUp, I'll deliver. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but if I'm going to make an extra 10, 15, lock in that sale, no fees, I'll do it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But there's times where it's like, no, you got to meet me at my house. But it's really helped me negotiate and really, you know, because you're dealing with people face to face. So what I've been doing, and this is a tip, you know, maybe it might work for some people, but it's like, hey, do you need some change? Because, you know, it's like your price, let's say your price is $75. Hey, do you need some change? Because, you know, most people are going to have, you know,
20s
you're going to have
times.
420s. Yeah. Right.
Mm.
And so they're like, oh no, I got exact change. Or, you know, some people say, can I pay you with Venmo? And so it's, you just want to, you want to be ready where there's no people are like, oh no, you told me this, or I didn't like it. And, you know, you want to lock in the price and confirm like you're paying before, because some
this is the set
people,
price. That happened to me
like,
today.
even in the Mexican language, you say like people are tranza, you know, where
for sure.
they try to pull one over you, man, where it's just like,
another thing is you got to count your money. You know, someone pays you, count it. Because before I used to be like, oh, what, you know, here, or I would just grab it and whatever. But you got to count it.
Yeah, you can't trust nobody.
Always count it. And I have people like when I used to sell shoes, I would give them the box. You know, I remember one of them was like the retro 7s, like the funky ones, like the kind of like the white ones that had like that fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing, or purple and whatever. And then they don't even. I remember some kids, you know, some young dudes. I would give them the shoes, and I'd be like, "Yeah, they're brand new," but they wouldn't even open them. They would just be like, "I've been like, yo, they could have been used, or they could have been fakes," you know. And I'm like,
anything.
Yeah, check them out.
Yeah, I remember. I'm from like the LA area, and like downtown LA was very common where like flat screen TVs were like really huge, or camcorders, and they would find people and say, hey, you know, I got this great deal. Here's the box, and then in the box is bricks, you
That's
know,
what I'm
and
saying,
it's heavy. Yeah, and they'll say, hey, don't open them until you get home. But it's like, you know, these days, man, you can't trust anybody.
Nobody. Not even your mama.
Hey, not even your mama. Mom, I hope you're not listening to this. But yeah, for real, man. So what's your favorite sneaker, bro?
Ah, man, I guess. Well, I grew up, you know, when Jordan was, you know, I mean, you know, from close to Chicago.
Yeah.
And when I was in 6th grade, that was 98. So, well, it's got to be, you know, the 11.
Okay, the 11s.
You know, the Bulls colorway, the black.
Yeah.
I had the Space Jams, but I got rid of my shoes. You know, I mean, they're collecting dust. I'm like, forget that. So I got rid of a lot of my shoes, like But what I like to rock is Nike Air Max 2017, or you know, and you know, something like that, Air Max 90. I like those better because I actually use
what size shoe are you? What size shoe?
I rock a size 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 and a half sometimes, depending on
the. Yeah. 12. I could get a 12 and a half. Too.
Nice, man. You got a nice jump shot too?
I had a fadeaway. I'm more like Charles Barkley now, though.
So where can people find you on social media, man?
Just Instagram, you know, DJDannyBoyRomero. I have a YouTube too, but I don't put my stuff on there. I have a GoPro, but when I DJ, but I'm too busy, like, because I'm like Iverson, man. I don't practice. when I don't practice. Only when I go live, when I'm actually DJing, it's the real thing. So
You know what's funny, man? I was I was looking at your Instagram page, you know, getting ready for this interview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I remember when I started following you, you started following me. I'm like, yo, man, like, what's this guy DJ? Like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Because I didn't see much like reselling stuff on your Instagram.
Okay.
And then I'm like, dude, this guy's recording like just some people, like some old white people just going crazy, and you're just mixing. And then I was just like, and then we end up talking like via the DM, man. I was like, okay, this guy is after it. But I think sometimes, you know, we can judge an Instagram profile that are they a reseller or not. You know, some people think like people are trying to lurk and, you know, find out so much things about them. Maybe they're in the same area, man. But low key, man, you're a hustler, man.
Yeah, got to be. And right now, man, I've never made this much money, and you know, never.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like I call it stupid money right now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Can I borrow $20? Gotta keep this podcast going, bro.
You got it. I'll fund it.
So last question, man. Yeah. Who's your favorite reseller or resellers, man? Who do you like out there?
Oh man, favorite reseller? Shoot. Let me think. Well, I've always watched Hustler Hacks.
Yeah.
But right now I haven't really watched many videos. I don't have time, and I'm always out and about. But I never catch it live, you know. But yeah, Hustler Hacks. There's some other dudes that I follow on Instagram. That one dude, I see some people killing it. I have him on Instagram, but he's got like a Kobe Bryant thing going on right now.
I think
Florida.
South Florida finds.
Yeah, I see him on Instagram. He's killing it, and there's a bunch of people just killing it. And that Gino Brown or what? Gino Brown.
Oh yeah, XL.
Yeah, there you go. There's just a bunch. Oh, there's a young kid. Yeah, I think you interviewed him. Young kid from. Is he from Illinois or California? Probably
Wisconsin. Are you talking about
soccer? He's a really young guy, 18, 19, and he's killing it.
Carter James. He's from Wisconsin.
It's like a Mexican dude.
There's been so many, man. This is season 3.
This was like he was on here, man.
I forgot.
He's all about soccer kind of deal, and he used to play soccer, and he's killing it. Fuck, I don't even know. I can't think of his name right now.
Me neither, man. I'm drawing a blank.
Something that Portes or something like that. But he was on here. He's been here.
He's
but I like this thing because he's killing it, and he's young. You know, I don't think he's even 21, and I heard him on your show, so he's killing
there's a lot of like a lot of people, man, just really getting after it, and I think that's one.
I wish I was younger. I wish I was straight out of high school, because that kid, man, he's a year or two out of high school, or he just got out of high school, and he's got like big numbers, and if he keeps it up, he's gonna get into something else. He's gonna start flipping cars, flipping houses, something, and he could be big time.
Maybe it was Rosh Ellington. He's a soccer player.
Might have been.
DJ Danny Boy Romero, thank you for being on the show today, brother.
Thank you, Joe.
That was awesome, man.
I want to give some encouraging words here.
Yeah, go for it, man. The floor is yours.
Let me see here. If you're having, if you're down and about or whatever, I wrote it down so I won't forget. I just want to say,
yeah, go for it.
Just make the best out of a bad situation, whatever it is, you're broke, you're whatever it is, your chick dumped you for another dude or whatever, just get some motivation, learn from your mistakes and go at it 100%. So
yeah, man.
Regardless.
Well said, man. I think it's a great time, man. Even though the economy might be not the best, what we're used to, but it's all in your head, and it's a mental fight, man. If you want opportunity, there's going to be opportunity. If you want to be successful, you'll be successful. There's going to be so many businesses that fail, but so many businesses that succeed.
They're going to come out strong. They're going to come out strong.
Exactly. And I think same thing for the reseller community. There's going to be some people that they struggled during the COVID because everything was closed.
Oh yeah,
But then there's gonna be some resellers that came out stronger.
yeah, it came
And
out
then
ahead. Yeah, it came out like right now. I'm gonna be cash heavy, and
that's it, man.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm waiting for Leon Nike to open up Burlington, Ross, and I see people killing it. So I know what's coming here next. So
Hey, I'm watching too,
yeah,
man, taking notes.
heck yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank the audience for tuning in. You can find today's guest on Instagram at DJDannyBoyRomero. You can visit the show's website at aresellersjourney.com, where you can find a link to my Instagram at ebayjoey and the show at a reseller's journey. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to subscribe and follow on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Remember, never forget why you started. Peace.
Peace.